on. Let's go.
All right. Where to start can often feel like the hardest part of any project. There are so many unknowns and question marks around to do first. What was never like with Thermomix, and never now I trust that my gut and my heart got a lot of good advice from the team to take us in the right direction. Oh, those noises.
Oh, for God's sake, Candice, have you not sorted out the technological issue?
No, what? I'm being
with
technical.
remote learning.
Well, we are. Look, we're all sitting around having a little pot of honey. Oh, God, look at who he's drunk. God. Oh.
I'm not sure if that's quite responsible, Candice.
Oh, well, Benji's he's having a good old time in the Thermomix. He's got hold of the spatula. He's fine. Yeah, it's obviously the wrong honey that Pooh got. Oh.
Well, Candice, we've got some technology that needs to be sorted. But in the meantime, do you want to actually do what you meant to do?
I suppose I better start doing some work, hadn't I? Oh, well, I'll just put this fabulous cookbook down. Anyone who hasn't got it, you got to get on the mix shop and get it because it's fabulous, especially the cocktails. Oh, speaking of cocktails, God, Candice is a bit thirsty. Who else is thirsty out there? Obviously a few people. I better move the kids out of the way, don't you reckon? Let's get them out of the way. Oh, God. Drunken buggers they are. Oh. Right. How are we all out in Zoom land? Are we all good? Obviously so, because I can't hear a thing because we've got so many technical issues. Don't know what's going on. So you have to excuse me. I just got to wing it. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. I can't hear anything. And no, I'm not fucking there.
I think we might have broken Zoom.
I think we may have broken Zoom. So I'm just going to move this fabulous cutting board as well from the mix shop. It's great. It shows a few of you out there have got one. No, you can't run off with that. God. Okay. After all these technical issues, I think I'm going to have to make myself a wee little cocktail. So tonight, I'm going to start with a little bit of a tropical cocktail. It's still a little bit cool outside, but I'm feeling a little bit warm on the inside. So let's start with a bit of cooking. Right. Nothing in there. Oh, just get some ingredients. Okay, so we've got 2 passion fruits. So I'll keep it nice and clean tonight for you all. Do you like it? Because we're doing a bit of a gluten-free night tonight. I'm very gluten-free. My bread's gluten-free. I'm gluten-free. Most of normally gluten-free. Right. Now this one with the tropical cocktail, it says 1 ripe mango, but there wasn't any around. So I've gone for a bit of pawpaw, a bit of pear, and pineapple. So we've got 200 grams in here. Flop it in there. There it goes.
Shake it up, baby.
We're going to shake it up. 200 grams of orange juice. Oh, that's just perfect. Ah, dear. And next, I've got to get some alcohol. Now, I always get a little bit thirsty when I go shopping, so because we can do pay pass, I actually get to go. I just fill my handbag up with the alcohol instead. I know it's a bit of a no-no, but who's going to know? Coppers not going to look in your handbag, are they? No, never. So we're going, it says banana liqueur, but I didn't want banana, so I've gone for a bit of Midori, and I'm going to go for a bit of Passoa, which is a nice passion fruit liqueur, a bit exotic. And we slop a bit of that in there. And we've got to throw the handbag out the way. Don't need that anymore, it's empty. Oh. And we're going to add, so like pop our little lid on. Next. It's going to spritz it up to nothing for 1 minute.
Give us a good shake, baby. Give us a good shake. Is that the classic Candice shake?
Good. Good.
She's too busy rocking.
God,
I love it. I love it. Seriously, it's putting us to shame. You're getting exercise doing a cocktail.
Oh, jeez, that was the friggin' longest minute I've had in my life. Whew. Lucky I'm not thirsty or an alcoholic. Right. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God, that does look good. Oh, there we go. Would like you to unmute your microphone. Can nobody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, that's all right, because it's saying you need me, right? Okay. Let's zero back to here. 100 grams of ice cubes. Anyone hasn't got one of these thermo servers are fabulous. These ice cubes have been in here now for 2 hours and they're still like rocks. Big diamonds. Right. Whew. God. Anyone else exhausted after that minute of the workout? I'll tell you I am. Whew. Okay. And we're going to mix it up. Speed 5 for 4 seconds. Oh, God, that's good. Oh.
Candice, where are the teddies?
That's just the
the teddies are, yeah, they've fallen off in the corner. They got sent to bed. Oh, yeah, God. Right. So here we have, this shows a shot glass. So this is Candice's shot glass because she loves only a little drink. So we'll just have just a little shot. Oh, doesn't it look fabulous? Look at that. Oh, nice tropical cocktail on a winter's night. Oh, shookers, everyone.
Bring it on.
Is that? Am I done now? Am I finished, or have I got more to go?
No, honey, you've still got a couple of dishes to go. But if you want to sip on that cocktail, you go for it.
Oh no, it's all right. I'll keep working for you guys. Sorry about all the technical issues. I don't know what's going on, but apparently everyone was having a bit of a problem with Zoom today, by the looks of it. Right. Okay, so gluten-free edition. I'm sure there's many people out there which are gluten intolerant, or we all get asked, I can't eat bread, I can't eat this. No, I can't have a Thermomix because it only makes normal stuff. No, it doesn't just make normal stuff. When you use your filters, you can find all sorts of lots of little goodies in there. You can even try it in Polish, German, Spanish, French, American, English, if you like English. And that, so we're going to make a little gluten-free thing. We're going to go back to our home menu. We're going to go to my week because I've already planned it, what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make you some nice Parmesan cheese crisps. They're not the normal crisps that we normally have. These are actually a nice cheesy one. Oh, hello, Sharon.
Hello.
Hello, Pasta.
Hello.
Okay, we're starting a new recipe. So, new bowl. You can't have that.
Who is that?
Poor little thing, he's so short, he has to stand on a Thermomix bowl so he can actually get in there. Ah, dear. Right. Right. Quiet. So the oven is now heating to 180. So we've lined the baking tray. Oh, excuse me one moment, I've got to let him out. Otherwise I won't hear the end of it. Oh, go on, now.
Sounds like my children as much as I love them.
Jesus. Sorry, guys. Obviously, he had to go. So we're going to line the baking tray. God almighty. Mighty, it's all go. Okay. Wonderful. Here it is. We're going to pop it on top of this. We've got to put some nice parmesan in there, 120 grams. And I've already done a little bit of weighing up so you don't have to stand here waiting for me. Throw those in. Just going to move that out of the way. Next, some dried basil and some chili flakes. Now, you don't have to follow recipes to what they say. You can vary it. Remember that. If it says to put chili in and you're allergic to chili, don't put it in. If you don't want basil and you want sage, put sage in. You don't want anything in, don't put anything in at all. Just crumble up the parmesan, put it on spaghetti. There. Okay, so we've done the basil. I put some chili in. I need a little lid. Where's it gone? We'll pinch that one. So, right. Next. 8 seconds, speed 7. These are fabulous. I just love the sound of those blades. God, just amazing. Oh, there we go. Block of parmesan, all done. So we're going to get a little scoop. Actually, I know what I'll get. Some people will know what this is, won't they? Fabulous. I just need a few more of them though. There we go. Yeah. Now it just says a nice little scoop on plate like that. Now I'm not going to do the whole lot because you'll be standing here waiting for me forever. How many people have we got viewing? Many? I can't see.
We've got about 10 people joining us tonight.
Have we? Oh, God.
I count as well when I'm here.
Oh, you count too. So sorry, we've got 11. But I would love to see some questions. If you have some questions as we go along, please throw them in. And I would love to throw Candice under the bus to answer them.
Should be under the bus later on with that cocktail, let me tell you. Whoop.
Love you.
So that's our little crisps done. See them there? Yeah? Okay. Beautiful. So we're just going to throw these in the oven till they just melt down and bubble. Just normally about 7 minutes or so. I already made them, already know what's going on. That's the problem. Flatten them down, 7 to 9 minutes and done. So I'm ahead of myself. So, hey Google, 9 minutes for reminder, please. Oh, that'd be right. Technological issues again. Right.
So, Candice.
Yes?
My Google just tried to set a timer for you.
Oh, that's all right. That's beautiful. God, we love that. Okay. So, they're now cooking, which is great. We've gone back to our home screen. Oh, some of you have already got Thermomix, maybe, and you haven't really sort of played around too much with it. When you go across and you swipe, I've got no lucky to wear gloves there. Where you've got your scales, your pre-clean and all that, did everybody know that you can actually move them around now? Yes, you can. You can actually edit them. You can remove the ones you don't want and push all the ones that you like to the top. So I've got the scales, pre-clean, the kettle, the egg boiler, the slow cooker, the rice cooker, and right down the bottom is fermentation. I don't need fermentation because Candice gets fermented by herself anyway. Oh, thanks, Sharon. It's a new outfit. It's from Rainbows and Fairies. Tracy, she's fabulous. She's done a few outfits for me. And then she was the one that recommended my dressmaker as well.
And where was you get your hair from, bitch?
No. Where?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it winged its way from Melbourne somewhere, I think. How rude. Okay, we're going back to my week. So we're going to make some little canapes. Who doesn't love a little bit of canapé? No, it's camping, isn't it? That's right, no, wrong. Okay, so we're going to do a watermelon canapé with whipped feta and walnuts. Doesn't that sound good? Yeah. Right. So I've cheated a little bit here as well. And we're, of course, we haven't got any meat. So we're going to have to improvise, unfortunately. So we're going to throw a few other ingredients in instead, okay? So I'm just going to get another bowl. There's one thing about when you have multiple bowls, it's so much easier. So this one's calling for fresh parsley. Didn't get any of that, so I'm going to go with a little bit of basil because I just love basil. And any of you that got nice basil plant, before throwing the leaves or the plant away, dry them out and then actually just turn them into your own herb. You create your own staple pantry with a Thermomix. This week I actually made some almond meal, and I didn't have enough for the other little dessert thingy that I'm doing later on. So actually I turned the shredded coconut into desiccated coconut. So, okay, we've got a bit of parsley, we've got that. Okay, that's already milled, so we don't have to worry about that part there. Okay. Let's get some oil. I forgot that part. Because we had so many technical issues, I didn't get to get part of the stuff out. Well, I'm quite organised. Okay. With the scale, for some reason it's gone to 2, so we're going to add 20 grams of oil. Now we have planned a few extra meetings, which we will land up putting onto the page. We'll double check that the meeting IDs are right. And so every 2 weeks, on a Friday, at 6:30, there'll be Candice. There'll be cocktails, could be something else, there'll be lots of surprises. And in December, we've got some really big surprises for you all. So make sure you tune in, pop them in your little Google diary, and we'll all go from there. So we've got some oil, some lemon juice. Oh. Now, got this other little fabulous device the other day as well. I wonder where that came from. Anyone guess?
Tupperware.
Oh, God. Someone's very clever out there in Zoom land.
Just a plug, let's face it, one of the best friends of Thermomix is Tupperware.
It is. It is.
I think I'm my local Tupperware consultant's best friend.
Okay, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. That's amazing actually how you learn what 2 teaspoons and things like this. A little bit of salt. Let's just get that out of here. There you are. Right. Quick pinch. Oh, God, now that's the bloody pepper. Jesus. And off the lid. Check. Speed 9. Oh.
Candice, can I ask how you came up with these gluten-free recipes? How did you find them?
Well, I used my filter on the Thermomix. It's always very handy. It's back in your home section. And in there, you've got a nice little filter section in there. And from there, you can actually type in what you would like. So whether you want gluten-free, whether you've got, you've just got some cheese, you've got some basil, you've got some pine nuts. And that, so you can actually just go, right, I've only got that. What can I make? And it's all in your filters. So it doesn't matter, like not even being gluten-free. If you had some beef, some onions, and some sour cream, type those in, and it'll give you dishes that you can make. And that's what I was saying, is like when you use your filters, use them to the max. even like type in Spanish gluten-free. I'm sure there's something in there. I'm sure there might be even Indian gluten-free naan bread. I'm sure there's bound to be something out there. So we've just made the dressing for our little watermelon thingies. Look at that. Nice and easy. All nice and fresh. And there's one thing I think with Thermomix, I have to say, you actually do tend to eat healthier because you're creating. Like how many times did before we go down the shop and you go, yeah, I'll just buy that sachet, I'll mix it with water, I'll mix it with cream, and that's what you did. Now you actually create your whole marinades. For the men, you've got spice rubs that you can make for your smoker and all that. Just rinsing the jug. Go. We're going to go into the next section. But no, there's lots in there. So we've got a couple of dishes you're going to use the butterfly whisk. Now, there is an art to it when you do it. Don't put it in front of the blade because as it spins, it could come off and then you got diced plastic in with your dish. So you go in from behind, twist it back and it locks itself on. That's the best thing for it. Now, the whisk does get used for a lot of things, but there's one main thing. Do not turn it past speed 4. Anyone know why? Nobody.
No, why?
Why?
No.
Because if you go any faster than that, it's way too fast and it will either fly itself off or you will have plastic in there and it will just break up because of the speed of the reduction motor. Now, the motor is also magnets running around in there. It's not like your core one that you have like in your, what do you think of? A blender, an old blender. Those things that you don't have in your kitchen when you have a Thermomix because you realise you get rid of like 12 items out of your kitchen with it. Yeah, you get more space. Means you can put more pantry stuff in there instead. I suppose for some people, just put more Tupperware in there, wouldn't you, really? There we go, 150 grams of beautiful feta. Oh, lucky I didn't wear gloves today. Hey, Amanda, God, things would be ruined. And we want a bit of cream cheese. Oh, nothing like improvising on a second bench down below. Okay. Go. Come on. Just. Perfect. Next. Okay. Measuring cup in. Next. 20 seconds at speed 4. So that's the maximum, as I was saying. Come on, whip it up. Oh. Wow, look at these little crisps. Oh. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Oh. Nice and tasty. You can pop those out for your guests. Now, that does only make 10 at a time. That is the problem with it. I need some more space here. So you have to do them in little batches, but they do store really well in container. Okay, awesome.
Steve, I'm just going to throw out there. So if you've got gluten-free friends, sometimes finding gluten-free crackers, let's face it, it's a pain in the ass. But I have a gluten-free friend who, without fail, will always join me for a wine, and I love her for it. So it's always worth making these crackers for her. And they're made from Parmesan, but you can add your own little twist. So you can add chili, you can add some basil, you can add some Italian herbs. What would you add, Candice?
Oh, well, I did chili, but I was going to do cracked pepper ones tonight, but I changed my mind. I went back with the chili. I went back with the recipe because I always tend to steer away from the recipe for some reason. And yeah, so I'd venture out with all sorts. Like you could do a little bit of thyme. If you wanted, you could put a little bit of paprika through it as well. The possibilities are endless because it just depends on what night that you might be having, whether it be an Indian, a Hungarian, a Polish, a French, any of them. Just think like that. Think outside the squares. Think outside the circle.
You also add some like almond meal or flaxseed, or would you then use oil with it as well?
Yeah, you could. Well, because of like the cheese being quite oily, yes, you could actually add that. Probably just watch your amounts though with it, because you don't want it to be too dry that they're not going to melt, but they just land up with a hard lump.
Linda, we would love to have you along to one of our team meetings to give some advice. Just throwing it out there.
You could even join Candice one night on Zoom if you like, and we can
You always love advice.
Right. So we've now done the whipped feta and cheese. Look at that, nice and creamy. And as I always say, make sure when you're working with your blades, go from behind the blunt side. Otherwise, if you go bashing the front blades, well, then they're going to be ruined and they're not going to last as long. Okay, so now we're going to add 20 grams of oil. So this is going to give us a nice consistency. Now remember, you can always change from feta to, what's that other nice cumbery cheese? Ricotta, you could even do.
I actually just made ricotta from scratch the other day. I was quite fascinated with how easy it was. It's literally milk, a tablespoon of vinegar, and you have ricotta. So just throwing it out there, give that a try.
And
so how would you do that? Would you just whip it up?
No, in the thermi, you literally put the milk in, heat the milk up for 15 minutes. It gets to a very accurate temperature. Then you add in the very small amount of vinegar, leave it to stand for 1 to 1.5 minutes. It separates the curds and whey, and then you drain. You leave it to drain for about half an hour to 45 minutes with a nut milk bag, and you have ricotta. It's that easy. So I actually made pasta from scratch the other night in the thermi. So I did pasta dough, and then I made a mixture to make ricotta.
Nice.
And all I had to do, rather than going to the supermarket, especially now in lockdown, it literally takes, for me to get one ingredient, it takes longer for me to go to the supermarket than it does to make it from scratch. So some milk, a tablespoon of vinegar, and I had ricotta cheese. So
awesome.
Very, very easy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. There you go. That's another thing that you don't have to go down the shops and go and buy. You've got your own homemade. And how nice having a dinner party, knowing that you've done it all yourself. Now, no, I didn't buy the watermelons in circles like that. I did actually punch them out. And don't they look fabulous? Okay, and set. And then we've done the watermelon. We've already got the cookie cut them. We've put them on a round. We've done that heart. And we're going to put some whipped feta on each one. This is so much fun. Right. Now, I'm not going to do all of them. This recipe says it makes, I think, 30, I think it is. We'll just do a few at the front row. I bet you're all getting hungry, aren't you? All those people will be sitting there going,
Candice,
no.
I've just sent my kids off to cook some dinner for me because I am actually getting very hungry watching you.
Oh. I was thinking with this as well, like if you really wanted it to be nice and fancy, you could actually use a piping bag. And that probably would look a little bit more professional than the way I'm doing it. Oh, that tastes so good. And we've got some nice walnuts that were freshly roasted in the oven earlier on. Look at that. Carefully placed. And that. And right, let's just try. Bon appetit, everybody.
Candice, where's mine?
Oh, fabulous. Anybody else like a bite? You have to wait. Right. We'll have those for later. Okay. Now, we all love a little gift, don't we? I might just drizzle a little bit of that dressing over the top, make it a little bit nicer. And I was busy talking on the phone to my BDM, and as I glanced outside, well, through the glass door, I thought, oh, that looks like something out there. I was like, oh, what could that be? I had no idea. There was nothing saying that I had anything due today. So I kept it tonight. Oh, look at poor Pooh. Pissed on honey. Who doesn't love getting with that name on it? Look at that. Oh, God, fabulous, isn't it? Oh, I've got no idea really what's in here. Just a little bit of unboxing. As we know, there's always lots of little things in the meat shop. Excuse me, that was the tape, not me. Oh, yeah. What's just around the corner in September? Anybody know? Not that anybody will be able to go anywhere.
Father's Day.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. And it said this wasn't going to arrive till, I reckon, Monday or something. But it's already here, so this is good. Oh, gotta love the meat shop. It's just like shopping with Tupperware, I guess, isn't it, really? Let's throw that out the way. I don't need that. So some of you may have already got this. Bread tin. Super-sized jumbo 900-gram loaf. I think Joel's been busy baking bread, hasn't he?
Ik vind het zo smerig hier, mama.
Oh. There we go. Look, beautiful tin, lid on it. Oh, oh. Definitely baking some bread on Saturday, Sunday morning. Nice and fresh, make the house smell good. Oh, Candice going to be busy.
So, Candice, do you cook the bread with the lid on?
No, not with that one there, because as it rises, it will actually obviously hit the top, and then you won't be able to get the lid off. So I haven't actually managed to use one yet. Is there anyone out there in Zoom land that's actually got one that has played with this so far?
Yes.
So if you want a very, you can have a very square loaf. So quite often I will use the bread tin. And I've got two sizes. I've got that size and a big one. So it's a 600. I've also got a 900. And if I want a nice square loaf for sandwiches, I'll put the lid on. However, if I want a really, more artesian look, a little bit of everything else with it, I'll leave the lid off. I'll let it prove over the top and let it cook over the top. So the lid being on will affect the amount that it can prove. So keep that in mind because, if it can prove above the top of the level of the tin, it may not be as dense. So that's something to keep in mind.
There we go. So at the moment on the Nick shop, for any of you that might be interested in this Father's Day, we've got a couple of little special bundles. You get the skewers. No, they're not to go and kill your husband or skewer his eyes out or anything like that. They're to put meat or a nice gluten-free vegetable skewer with some capsicum, onion, carrot, and aubergine, I guess, something like that. Something nice and yummy. And then you get, it looks like a nice pan, doesn't it? And it's a meat master, and it's wireless, it's Bluetooth, everything. You get it and you stick it in the meat, and it tell you on your phone when it's all ready. So it's for Android and Apple, just in case you're going to ask me.
So Steve, just really quickly, I just want to throw out there, we actually have a Meter and Margarita night on.
Oh, really? Oh. Oh. And then you get the fabulous cookbook with it. Now, most of our books actually are on our cookie dough. So if you actually do barbecue, the majority normally of all recipes that are actually in these cookbooks actually are on board. The only difference being the new anniversary cookbook, the hardcover edition, which was #1. I think it's still #1 actually in Australia for selling, which is great. If you buy it on the Mix Shop, you get a $20 voucher as well. Not all of the recipes that are in here are actually available on Cookie Dough. So after tonight, if you haven't been on your Mix Shop for a little while, pop yourself on there, have a little browse and see what else you can find. Oh, we all love that.
That 20th anniversary cookbook is amazing.
I agree. Can you share some of your favorite recipes? Mine are the magic bean cake. Guys, I just want to throw out to you. How many of you would eat a cake that is made out of kidney beans?
Really?
Now I'm feeding an 8, a 10 and 12-year-old plus a man-child 30-year-old who ate my kidney bean cake. So if you want a cookbook that blows you away, you want this one.
Oh, wow.
I have to say that the mushroom freekeh risotto is pretty good. Just to cook, has you to cook a little bit longer, just so it does open up and cook like a risotto. That's one recipe that I would recommend. Yeah.
See, I love hearing feedback like that because we don't always get to try everything that's out there. I mean, I was helping into the other night and
Candice, we've lost your camera.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh. Are we back?
You look beautiful, Candice.
Ah, yeah. I didn't go anywhere. I was still here. Just shows how much power. Now, I'm going to start on, you have these little treats. And that kids love them as well. And I remember growing up on them. Who remembers a coconut macaroon? All do. I can hear you. I hear you all screaming out there. And that. Well, obviously, I was trying to think of a dessert. I was like, what could be actually gluten-free? When I saw these, I went, oh my God, I remember these as a kid. And that. So I'm actually I've never made them, so I've got no idea. Now, this bowl actually I've realised I thought I had used, but it's a new one. And we're actually going to put egg whites in here. So one of the things to do with egg whites, if you're going to do, make your nice stiff peak whipped egg whites in here, do a vinegar wash. And actually I did it on the pre-clean on the Universal and I did it twice just to make sure it was well and truly clean. So yeah, it's nice and shiny. So we're going to start cooking. Nice and easy. Better just drop the oven down a little bit, otherwise these buggers are going to burn. Woo. Okay, 160. Baking tray's already lined, so again, in the Mix Shop, these fabulous baking sheets. Silicone, they don't melt, don't burn, good for the environment. Wonderful. Right, whisk again, in behind the blades, drop it down, twist it back, locked in. Okay. Whew. God. We better have another drink, I think. How are we all going out there? Are we all still drinking? Sharon, you drinking lots tonight with me, doll? I'm sure she is.
Definitely.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, God, I miss you guys.
I miss you too, babe.
I love the support. Candice absolutely loves an audience, and she does as well as she does with the support of friends.
Even when she's like just technically challenged. But for those who weren't quite sure, for the past few, I've actually used somebody else's account, used Amanda's account to do the Zoom. So I set mine up and we got it all going. And then when we added everything in, it just went haywire and it couldn't even find me. Maybe that was a good thing, I wonder. But look, I'm back. I told you it was a comical night. It wasn't like structured or anything. Right, so we're going to do these egg whites. Let's get back on track. 2 minutes, 3.5. Oh, sound. Just love this motor. Oh.
Candice, while you share that, do you mind if I share our cookie do page?
Yes, please do.
I know you're going to have a good dance in the kitchen with everything going on, but if I can share our cookie do page, that would be amazing. So let me just get in there and bring it up there for you guys. So all these fantastic recipes that Candice is sharing with you, give me a second. I'm going to bring them up courtesy of our Cookie Do website. So there are 70,000 recipes on this website. 70,000. Now, adding to those, hey, Candice, when I started, there were only 28,000. So count yourself lucky. And
I'm just thinking how many years I'd need every 2 weeks to actually do all those 70,000 recipes.
I know. People are like, am I going to struggle with inspiration? And I'm like, I have had this website for 3.5 years and I can't keep up. So it's really cool. If you want to check it out, you can get a 30-day subscription, complimentary, so you can get on, have a bit of fun, play around. Look, if recipes are important to you, hit search, go to filters. You can put in dietary requirements. You can put in ingredients. So what we did tonight as part of our recipe search was we went to tags and we said, hey, how can we support gluten-free customers? So we clicked on gluten-free, done, and then we drill down from there. So feel free to go and check that out. It is fantastic for people from all walks of life. You can have some fun. My cocktail list that I have prepared from this is unbelievable. My biggest inspiration is Candice. She has grown my cocktail list by 3-fold.
Egg whites. Oh, God. Amazing. Yep. Sorry. I get all excited when they work. Are we there?
We are. I've handed it back to you. You are the queen.
Love it.
Okay. So we've done the egg whites. They're now whipped. How many times we have to get the big KitchenAid out? And you've got to wash another bowl. It's just amazing like how just with one kitchen appliance can do so many things. Oh. That's one thing I made sure in the mix shop. I made sure I got quite a few spatulas because I seem to keep using them. I haven't lost them though. Not yet.
Candice, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
One of the things that you love about Thermomix is the fact that when you buy it, you don't have to buy 10 other attachments.
That's exactly right. Like, so you're not buying. It's funny, like when you sort of think of many of the appliances out there, you've actually still got to go and change blades, or you've got to take something off, you've got to change a bowl over, and then you've got to find storage for the darn thing. Whereas with the Thermomix, you've basically got this. I mean, we're going to do a layered night one night, so Candice is going to get layered, sorry. Oh, oh dear. Oh. Gotta keep it clean. There might
Lock
be
it
kids.
up. Candice got layered. It's happening.
Yeah. That's actually in 4 weeks. It's already planned. So now we're going to throw in 3, basically a tin of milk. Oh, anyone remember this as a kid, like actually just getting a big spoon and just eating it? And then your parents say, where's the condensed milk? Oh, I don't know. It's already in our bellies. Oh. But there, it is right. Like you can get, there was a fantastic Zoom that I watched, I think it was about a couple of weeks ago. And it was available to people who hadn't got a Thermomix, obviously. And God bless, I can't even name, I'm going to call her Judy. She's a fabulous lady anyway. And she showed the kitchen. And she had the food processor, the kettle, the slow cooker, this, that, everything, the bar mix, bloody everything. Huge bloody table. And all of a sudden she pans and she scans like, and all you see on her beautiful Caesar stone bench is a Thermomix and that. And yeah, you do realise you don't need all those other items. Now, where I was saying about pantry staples and I was weighing out today, I want to see the colour. So at the bottom was all the desiccated and I didn't have enough grams, but I actually had shredded coconut. So what did I do? I did it for about 6 seconds on speed 7. And there we go. So that's another container and another item and I no longer have to buy. And it goes the same for like your sugar. You can mill your own cast sugar. So I know somebody's going to be eating these bloody things. I keep making biscottis on that and I'm going mad with them. So now it's something else to eat. Right.
Steve, just really quick, a couple of things that popped up in the chat were around the fact that someone mentioned when they bought an appliance, I had to buy 5 different attachments. So one of the great things with the Thermomix is the fact that it's not about adding extra attachments. Everything you need to cook with the Thermomix comes along with it. So for the
majority, the only thing that you do have to buy, which I now say to people, which is really a great thing to add, and I imagine in time they may just put it in the box, is a blade cover.
I agree. I've put that feedback back to head office. But it's a $35 piece. Now with your investment though, unlike a lot of appliances, you might buy, and I'm not naming any in particular, but you buy an appliance, you then have to buy the hook for the dough. You then have to buy something else for the ice cream. You have to buy something else for this. So you might pay $700 for the appliance, but then end up paying $3,000 in order to get all the things that you want to do. So the Thermomix comes with everything in the recipes. The Thermomix comes with everything bar the blade cover at the moment because it is still very new, to allow you to cook all 70,000 recipes available to you, which is fantastic. There's no buy it, we'll give you 5,000 recipes you can cook, and here's the other 65,000 if you buy some connections. It's buy this and you can cook anything you want. It's an amazing investment.
Yeah. And the thing also is always remember that those of you who haven't joined the Thermomix family, one thing about it, when you've got your consultant is basically there for life until they basically pop off or whatever may happen, or you pop off. That you've always got that support. So yes, we'll ring you and say, hey, I'm just going to say Trent, how are you going with your Thermomix? How's it go? I'm not using it much. Why aren't you using it? Oh, I can't bother. I haven't found anything new. And that, well, what are you wanting to cook? We're always there to help you with creating and finding new ideas. That's what it's all about. So the support is always there, no matter what. How many items do you buy from Myers or David Jones? All that. Well, once you spend your $2,000, it's like, thanks for your money. You got no support. You ring the company and say, the blade's broken. It's out of warranty. No, that model's not made anymore. With Thermomix, people keep saying, oh, when's TM7 coming out? Well, it doesn't really need to at the moment because this thing just keeps updating. The only thing I wish it had a built-in timer and a Siri. and maybe some, I don't know, some music built in for Candice when she needs to jiggle away. Right. So I'm just going to fold these little egg whites in here. Oh, they're nice and perky. They won't be once mixed all through this, that's for sure. So just fold them in lightly. Oh, it does remind me of the good old days when I'd stand there, lick the beater after the parents had finished making them. There we go. So occasionally with this now, this is a little bit of a recipe where pop it on, but this isn't going on. So without measuring, cut, we're going to go to next. The blades are going to go in reverse. So remember, like if they're going in reverse and you've got a beautiful curry in there and you've got nice meat or your chicken, when your blades are going in reverse, it's not being diced up. You still get that nice chunky potato and meat and vegetables, a nice hearty stew without turning into soup. So we're going to go 20 seconds backwards at speed 1. Okay. So with this, you can't push the spatula through, and it's just at enough height that it's not going to touch the blades, and we go flying around the kitchen like Mary. What's her name? Sally Ann, the flying nun. That's it. Right, done. And finish mixing by hand. Oh, tell you what, an hour goes by so fast. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Gluten-free. Don't have to worry about those kids. What's that, kids' allergies? I mean, they're allergic to bloody everything nowadays, aren't they? Peanuts, cashews, eggs, everything. Right, so, oh God. Put some little scoops on a little plate here. I'm just going to use the spatula. I like them a little bit irregular, let's just say. Who doesn't like something a little bit irregular? Everybody, I know. Don't have to all scream at once at me, I know.
You're a bit special, so it's okay.
I know I'm special. I'd just like to thank everybody for joining me on my first Zoom on my own account. And I have an amazing team that's so supportive of Candice. Actually, I have to say, a company that is so supportive. We've just been given, finally, we did actually want another design, but we couldn't get it. But we've actually just been approved to print our own fabric with a design. And my fabulous dressmaker, Holly, hopefully Holly's on with me tonight, but if she's not, she'll be watching it later on, I guess. Holly has already designed Candice's uniform. So we'll have a bit of this and a bit of that. But
Candice is going to be the next Dame Edna of Thermomix.
And then I actually really need, I need a new wig. I need a blonde, black and green one. So if there's someone out there who could help me with a wig and designing it, that would be fabulous as well.
Oh, June Richards is in the building, darling. I could help you.
Oh, Junie, hello. Oh, you haven't seen your sister like this before, have you?
No, it's frightening, to be honest.
I know. Look, and I'm getting better at my makeup.
Oh,
I got a compliment from Maud.
Hey, Candice, if you can get your lovely wig extraordinaire designer to share their link in the chat, if there was someone that they can help, that would be amazing. Do you agree?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be there. I think he is. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see. Oh.
Yeah, Trent is here, but I think Joel is sitting in as well.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Hi, Joel.
Pop the links in the chat.
Okay, so they're now cooking for 12 minutes. And so basically, well, what time did we start? We had a bit of a ramble, didn't we? So less than 50 minutes, Candice has whipped up a cocktail. She's whipped up some feta canapes. We've done the Parmesan crisps, and we've got a little coconut macaroon for after. to snack on. So, I mean, how amazing is that? Oh, I'm just going to move this out of the way. Okay, sit down and have a chat with you all. Oh, there we go. Oh, get my handbag. I'll have to fill this one back up again. Oh, isn't that amazing? Like, let me think. Let's just say 45 minutes. So you can be pissed, happy, have more bench space, and just think, like, even when you're doing something and it's cooking for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, what are you going to do with that time? Sit down, read a book, watch Netflix, play with the kids. I mean, even if you want, you could quickly go for a 40-minute bike ride if you want it. Depends if you're in lockdown. Just remember those 5K radiuses though. But yeah, I think that's, I can't think of anything else to say. Candice lost for words.
So, Candice, if you're happy to, I will share our upcoming events, because not only do we have tonight, which we might have had some technical issues, but we have some amazing events coming up. So let me share them with you. Hang on. All right, so tonight we had our cocktails and canapes with Candice, and this is a brilliant part of being a Thermomix owner, the ongoing support and everything else. So we've got the cocktails and canapes with Candice. We've got a high tea cooking workshop. Our favorites cooking class, and there's a lot of Italian cooking in there. There's some meatballs, there's some pizzas and everything else.
Red wine, I hope, as well.
What was? Yeah,
I know we've got a red wine night coming up too.
So on the 28th, we have the Meter and Margaritas. So if you love the concept of smart cooking with the Thermomix, the Meter Plus takes that to a next level. So to give you a bit of an idea, I have been involved with the Thermomix for 3.5 years. I can't cook to save myself. In fact, I might be considered a very shit cook, to put it very bluntly. So the Meter Plus, which is another smart connected kitchen device that is associated with the Thermomix, actually goes to the extent of you pick the cut of the meat, the cut, the type of meat, and how well you would like it cooked. And it sends alerts to your phone to let you know when it's cooked, how long to rest for, and when it's ready to cut. And we're going to enjoy that all over a margarita. So if you want to join us, please feel free. Then we're going to have a cocktails and canapes with Candice, episode number 4. Cookie dough information, which allows you to learn about how to access recipes that are relevant to you. So, for example, recipes, if you have dietary requirements like gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, anything else, even how to meal plan and send recipes to your online ordering system. So you don't even have to think about it. You put the recipe in, you say, I want to cook these recipes this week, and it orders the ingredients for you. On top of that, again, some more cocktails and canapes with Candice. Plus you can
that must be that's the layered one, isn't it?
Yes, we'll update the headings, but there's going to be a Candice got layered episode very shortly. And
I'm just thinking for the next one, Amanda, maybe in the chat, I mean, obviously we can save it. Anyone's got any ideas what they'd like to see on the next one, possibly in a fortnight, then I can have a squeeze out if there's something that really interests you, that you want.
That would be great. Let us know what you want to see. Pop it in the chat for us now, because we want stuff that's going to entertain you. So let us know what you want to see. How are we traveling with the cooking, Candice?
Oh, I think they've got about a few more minutes, I think. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, God, dude. God, you drunken bum. Let's sit up. God. I know.
How's the teddy going? You were supposed to feed them earlier. You haven't done a very good job feeding them.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you can't see much difference, I don't think, can you? I think father, mother like son, look at that, fabulous. Oh, he's like, how old would he be? He's like nearly 25, 27 years old, poor bugger. Oh, yeah, next year. You're just about done. About a few more minutes.
How are crisps going?
The crisp. Oh, they're definitely ready. Forgot about those. Oh, look at them. Nice and oh, did you hear that? Hang on. Yeah. Oh. Mm.
Sometimes our gluten-free guests can be hard to cater for. So these are an amazing alternative that are really quick and easy to make, as you saw him do. So, Candice, how do they taste?
Oh, bloody beautiful. Oh,
now you did a couple of alternatives with those, didn't you?
Say again?
You did a couple of alternatives.
Yes, so I did. Actually, I can show you in these ones, actually. So, as you know, like Candice, you never keep anything to normality. It's not normal anyway. So, I thought Parmesan, and just remember, you got about three different strengths in Parmesan. I love it strong and bitey, others don't. So, the first batch I think I did a combination of two. And I was like, oh, I might try it with some cheddar. So I had a nice, good, tasty vintage cheddar, and I still mixed it with the Parmesan. So this was the result. So it's a little bit darker, a little bit oilier they were, obviously because of the content. And they did melt a little bit more, and they're a little bit more bendy. They're not so crispy, but still added the chili in that. And that's what I always say is like, so many people go, I can't cook. Well, they follow the whole recipe. Yet, follow the recipe a couple of times. But also remember, sometimes you'll see two recipes on Cookie Dough. I'm just going to say beef stroganoff because I know there's about 6 of them. And that. So if you've got your iPad there, or you've got 2 Thermomixes, quite handy, pull up both recipes and pull them to pieces and actually create your own. And then from that, if you actually find it works, there's an amazing site called the Recipe Community. And you can upload your recipes up there as well. So I've created a few along the way, and I've got to sit down and upload them. So when you do it, don't just think you just type in spag bowl and load it in. You've got to give everybody the steps, what speed, what your grams are, and things like that. So it's a great way of getting your recipes out there. So it's not just it's Cookie Dough. There's skinny mixers. I don't know how many sites I'm on with Thermomix now. I can't keep up. There's even ones for camping, glamping with your Thermomix, because the Thermomix goes in the caravan, because you don't need the kettle in the caravan because it boils your water for you. So, yeah, oh, God, we could just ramble on. I could just talk Thermomix for hours.
Candice, I'm just going to throw out there. So Sharon mentioned the fact that gluten-free is generally yucky. I remember a doctor put me on gluten-free for a couple of months, and I bought 1 loaf of gluten-free bread and went, screw it, I'd rather be unhealthy. So one of the great things is that if you go into our recipe community, or if you go into our Cookie Dough, there are 70,000 recipes. Put gluten-free in, and the taste and the flavors are amazing. And this is why it's so popular with people who have dietary requirements, who are celiac, Crohn's disease, everything else. It makes cooking from scratch, knowing what's in your food and what's available to you. So
just to interrupt you, I just typed in gluten-free with my settings, and I've got 3,470 recipes that are gluten-free.
Out of 9,000?
Out of my 9,600 or something that I have, 3,400 are gluten-free.
So spot on. I have a girlfriend who is, so I'm the vice president in my local PNC. The PNC president is gluten-free. She is my crash test dummy for a lot of recipes. So it's a really great opportunity to be able to cook from scratch, make some amazing recipes. I know we have another consultant on tonight, Eve, who really specializes in gluten-free. So one of the great things about connecting with a consultant is we can show you how, and we can make you enjoy food again if you're getting that horrible crap to meet dietary requirements.
And it's so true, because I remember first trying gluten-free bread, and I was like, oh my God, I may as well eat a piece of concrete. Because it was that bloody hard, it was ridiculous. But yeah, I have to say probably quite a few things I do now are gluten-free, and I don't even realise I'm probably doing it. And yeah, as I say, like I just quickly did that while you were talking, and I'm actually amazed what's actually there. There's even like gluten-free gingerbread biscuits for Christmas. Loads of them. And just remember, if you're doing it on your iPad or your computer, create a collection and pop it in there.
So you just mentioned you can sub a lot of ingredients to make most recipes gluten-free, which is so true. So
Yeah.
if you're happy for me to throw out there, Candice, guys, remember, I'm going to pop in the chat here right now. I'm going to pop in the link for our upcoming events. Feel free to join. If you would like a personalized menu, we can get you in contact with your Thermomix consultant. Or if you'd like,
I just lost you.
Yep, you're the host now.
I think
Am
she
I?
disconnected,
Yeah.
darling.
Oh, God. Oh, so you got me now? God. Yeah, so has anybody got any questions you want to ask me?
Why did you
No.
wear heels in the kitchen?
Why? Oh, because you've got to feel like a woman. I could have put my Udi on instead and had my Ugg boots on.
Make people feel comfortable, darling.
I was going to do that. I was going to do the comfortable look, and as if I got up at 4 o'clock and the makeup wasn't going to be right. I thought, no, I can't do that. And actually, it was really funny. After the last one I did, I lost an eyelash, and I was like, oh well, there goes and freaking another one. And I pulled out my pair of shoes, and I sat on last time, and there was the bloody false eyelash sitting in there. How lucky was that? God, I'm sure we've all done that at some stage in our life. I told you it was a mad hour. Nothing ever sort of flows. We just ad lib. And this needs a bit of hairspray on it. Any other questions have we got? Because I can't read a bloody thing. No.
I've got questions. I've got questions to ask you, darling, but I think I'll ask afterwards.
Oh, okay.
They're off topic.
Oh, dear.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, Amanda is there. Hang on. She's back again.
Have you watched Cooking with Paris? It says.
Who's
Cooking with
Paris?
Paris.
Paris Hilton.
Oh, no, thank you.
It's quite funny, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. It's very well worth the watch.
Oh, is she better than me?
Never.
Darling, anyone's
Possible.
better than you. Darling. You're asking the wrong person here.
I know, you're just too honest to me, I can tell. Oh, dear. So has everybody enjoyed that tonight? Say again, Linda?
Oh, sorry, that was my mum talking through it. My mistake, I was off mute. And she was talking Dutch, so gibberish.
I love it. I love it. Oh, well, if anyone has any questions, just pop it up on my my Facebook page. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It was just fabulous. I'm so sorry about our little technical glitches that we had earlier on. God knows what's going on, but we'll sort it out by next time because we've got 2 more weeks to check it all out. But otherwise, till then, drink and be merry, and let's hope all this lockdown shit finishes soon because I think we've all
Hell
had
yeah.
enough now.
Love it.
You love it?
Yeah, I know. I love you.
Oh, you love me. Oh, that's good. God. And I suppose everybody wants a little jiggle before we all go.
Hell yeah.
Yes, come on, jiggle away.
Yeah, I love the jiggle, especially with my new jewels. It's like, oh.
Wait a second, I need to film it.
Do you? Okay. Tell me when.
Film away.
You need a bit of music with that.
Oh,
Do, 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 do,
oh
do,
God, here goes another friggin' stone. Oh, God. Candice loses weight like just, I don't know, just goes somewhere else instead. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
it's someone to Stephen.
Oh, God. Yeah, Candice loses and it goes to Stephen instead, yeah. Oh, dear. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thanks,
I hope
Candice.
it was fun. If there's any questions that you have, as I say, just pop them through, and if I can answer them, I will. If I don't know the answer, I will get the answer for you. I don't leave you in limbo.
Thank you
I guess
so
that's
much.
it for now. Sorry?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, and I shall hopefully see more of you in 2 weeks' time.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Can't wait. Thanks, Candice. Have a great
Pleasure,
weekend, everyone. Bye.
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 Bye.